Cedar Park, they are the champions of District 17. They are 10-1. So they will face Cedar Creek in the first round of the playoffs. That's where things get interesting in District 17. Leander Glenn sits 26-6 overall, 8-3 in district. Pflugerville Weiss sits at 20-14. They're 8-3 in district. Pflugerville Conley sits at 14-17, and they're 8-3 in district. But tonight, the matchups in District 17 are in full effect. Will affect the playoffs and make an impact on the tournament in District 17. Cedar Park plays on the road at Conley High. Tim Upton, a 5'10 senior guard, number 20, DeAndre Blanks, a 6-foot senior, number 23, Teron Johnson, and the big man going to UTPB, a 6-foot senior, number 40, Cedric Truitt. The first matchup between these two teams was introductions, and they'll come shake hands. It looks like Bazell will do the jumping for the Eagles to start. Eagles will be going right to left in your mind's eye view tonight. 3-man referee crew as they and the Wildcats take the first lead of the ball game, 2-0, 5:50 mark. Kyle on the right wing has the ball slapped away, gets it back up top. Lachlan, left wing Campbell are Waring down to Bazell, and he'll be tripped up as he drives the baseline by Truitt. So that'll be the first foul on Cedric Truitt, first team foul for the Elgin Wildcats. 5:42 left in the first quarter. 2-0. The Wildcats lead it early on. Kyle inbounds to Waring. Right baseline. Three-pointer up. Bounces around. No good. Bazell. Nice rebound. Put back. No good. Woods rebound. Put back. No good. Bazell rebound. Put back. No good. Rebounded by Truitt. And Dalton Kyle jumps in. And he'll get the tie up. It's going to go Georgetown ball. Great job by Dalton Kyle to reach in there and get the tie ball. Possession arrow to the Eagles. So the Eagles will inbound underneath their own basket against the 2-3 zone. Kyle goes to inbound. He'll get it to Lachlan, right wing. Back to the baseline to Kyle. He looks for the cutter. He gets it down to him on the right block. He'll dribble back out. Up top, Lachlan, left wing Waring. He'll fire the three. It's up on the way. Short. Rebound Waring. He crashes in, and he gets his rebound. Left-handed scoop up. Over the rim. No good. Rebounded by Hensey. And the Eagles, ice cold, started out. Still trailed 2-0 with 5:10 left in the first quarter. Left wing is Johnson. He'll fire an NBA three-pointer left wing. No good. Nicks the rim. Woods takes the rebound down for the Eagles. Kyle has it across the timeline right wing. Right baseline is Lachlan. He goes down low to Bazell, but they're going to call the foul on Lachlan as Upton set up. Lachlan dumped the pass but continued forward motion and ran into Upton. That'll be the first foul on Cade Lachlan. Some subs now into the ball game for the Elgin Wildcats. Number 4, Bo Gary is into the ball game. Number 22, Tayshawn Vincent, and 24, Sabion Gatewood. Vincent has it, right side. Man-to-man defense still for the Eagles. Gatewood has it. Now he swings it to Bo Gary, right wing. Left wing into the hands of Gatewood. He'll dribble there. Now up top into the hands of Upton. Upton, top of the key, picks up his dribble. Now gets it to Gatewood, left wing. He'll back it out. Dribbles against Joseph Waring. Now he goes to Bo Gary on the right wing. Gary against Landry Woods up top. Comes back between the stripe and the midcourt stripe. Now into the hands of Vincent. Vincent will drive on Dalton Kyle to the left elbow. Loses the ball out of bounds. It'll be another turnover for the Wildcats. And that'll bring up the first two subs for the Eagles as Jace Knight and Clay Dipsy-Doo Thomas into the ball game. Clay Thomas into the ball game, already getting yelled at. Tell you what, got off the bench and got yelled at, but he's in for the Eagles. Woods gets the inbound pass. Waring now back to Kyle across the timeline, left side to Woods at the free throw line. In, floater up, blocked partially by Bo Gary. Into the hands of Vincent. Vincent pushes it across the timeline, center of the court for the Wildcats. 3:50 left in the first quarter, still 2-0. Vincent kicks it out to Bo Gary on the right baseline. He'll dribble up and into the hands of Teron Johnson. Tries to go down low. Ball slapped away by Clay Thomas. Back into the hands of Bo Gary. Now Johnson will drive in. He's going to be fouled on the floor. They're going to call it on number 30, Landry Woods. That'll be Woods' first personal foul. Wildcats will inbound. Bo Gary, right wing, has the ball there. Still man-to-man defense for the Eagles. Gatewood dribbles. Top of the key, now right wing to Johnson. He goes right baseline, about a 12-footer up, no good. Rebound on the backside by Dalton. Pressure applied in the backcourt. Waring has it. Double team. Now he kicks it to Kyle. He'll get it across the timeline to Woods. Right wing into the hands of Jace Knight. He hits a cutting Waring free throw line all the way in. He goes up. He gets fouled. No call. He called it all ball. He'll come the Wildcats. Up top, Gatewood. He'll stop, pop the three off the backboard. No rim. Into the hands of Clay Thomas. Thomas will dribble up. He'll bring it across the timeline. Center of the court, now to the right wing. Kick it to Jace Knight. Right wing extended. Landry Woods, free throw line, has the ball. And the ball slapped out of his hands into the hands of Jace Knight. Back to Kyle at the top of the key. Reset for the Eagles. Waring now has it at the top of the key. He'll reset the offense. Left wing to Jace Knight. Man-to-man defense now for the Eagles. Dalton Kyle left baseline. Back to Knight, left wing. He'll hold there. He'll look to dribble up top and does. Now he'll give it off to Waring. Waring has it left wing into the hands of Kyle. He'll dribble down to the baseline. Back to Knight, left wing, down low to Woods. Splits two Eagles, or Wildcats, and he goes up. Ball slapped out from behind. And the foul called. That'll send Woods to the free throw line. The foul called on number 23, Teron. That'll be his first personal foul. Second team foul for the Wildcats. Woods to the free throw line for the first time tonight. 4-2. Still 2-0. 2:25 left in the first quarter as Woods knocks down the first free throw line for the Eagles. 2-1 now. Zane Champagne set to check in for the Eagles. Looks like he'll be checking in for Woods, the free throw shooter. Second free throw, nothing but net for Landry Woods, and it's good. 2-2. And so we even it up with 2:20 left. Champagne in for Woods. Wildcats come across the timeline. Johnson in the hands of Bo Gary. He'll fire a three-pointer left wing. Short off the rim, out of bounds, and back over to the Eagles. Hensey will check back into the ball game, replacing Upton for the Elgin Wildcats. Inbound to Champagne across the timeline to Knight. Pushes it all the way into the elbow. Goes up. They say that Upton got Johnson. They'll give the charge to Jace Knight. His first personal foul. So it remains 2-2 with 2:04 left here in the first quarter. Inbound into the hands of Vincent. He'll dribble up across the timeline, left side against Dalton Kyle. Man-to-man defense still for the Eagles. He loses it into the hands of Johnson. Short shot from the baseline. Gets his rebound back. Goes up hard, and Champagne fouls him. And that'll send Johnson to the free throw line for the Wildcats. That'll be Zane Champagne's first foul. Johnson will settle in now for two free throws. About an 8-foot jumper from the left baseline was 8-6. Wildcats lead it by 2. Quick timeout. Come back with the second quarter here on SHN Sports coverage of Eagle basketball. Welcome back to Elgin High School. We start the second quarter. Eagles trail by 2, 8-6 against the Wildcats. Gatewood has it over to Upton on the right wing for the Wildcats. Up top into the hands of Aguirre. He'll Fire off a three-pointer, barely nicks the rim left side. Frias rebounds for the Eagles. He kicks it tries to get it to Bazell. Stolen by Johnson. He'll drive in for the layup. Teron Johnson gets the 2, extends the lead to 4. Pressure being applied by the Eagles. Bazell has it in the backcourt, across the free throw line to Frias. Back to Bazell, center of the court. Bazell drives all the way in. He's not stopped. Runs a floater up. No good. Rebound to Geary. Outlet to Gatewood. Down to the right block. He drives in, runs over Frias. And it's going to be a charge on Gatewood. A great job by Austin Frias to get back and draw the foul. That'll be Gatewood's first personal foul. (10-6). Wildcats lead it. Bazell has it center of the court. He dribbles up. No one covers him. Now kicks it to Lachlan. Little floater left baseline is up and good. Cade Laughlin's first 2 points of the ball game. Cuts it back to a 2-point lead for the Wildcats. 10-8 with 7:05 left in the first half. Johnson dribbles top of the key. Skips it down low to the right baseline three-point area for Upton, but overthrows him. It's a turnover to the Wildcats into the hands of the Eagles. Champagne will inbound. The pressure still being applied. Full court pressure by the Wildcats. Champagne has it. He'll give it to Austin Frias left side. He throws a skip pass up. See who they call that foul on. They're going to call it on Lachlan, yet Upton was running for the ball. They called the foul on Upton. Upton in play, or Lachlan. He was in place for the... Yeah, surprised it wasn't a double foul there. But Lachlan gets whistled for the foul, and that's his second personal foul. That's going to bring in number 13, Braden Canfield, into the ball game for the Eagles. He'll replace Cade Lachlan with 2 personal fouls. Gary inbounds to Gatewood for the Wildcats. 6:50 left in the first half. Gatewood dribbles down, trying to go down low to Johnson. Does. He's guarded there. And Frias will be whistled for the slap. Frias gets the foul called. That'll bring Joseph Waring into the ball game. He'll replace Austin Frias. Frias out of the ball game now with 1 foul. Waring back in. Champagne, Bazell, Woods, Canfield, and Waring for the Eagles. Johnson at the free throw line. Knocks down the first of 2 free throws. Second free throw on the way, and he also knocks that one down. So now 12-8, 4-point lead for the Wildcats. Bazell has it left side, up to the top of the key to Woods. Back to a cutting Bazell. Down off the backboard, layup in and good for Bazell. His first 2 of the night, cuts it back to 2, 12-10 with 6:25 left in the half. Johnson has it up top, tries to go down low to Upton. He throws it up over Bazell. He misses the layup into the hands of Waring. Waring will get it, skip past to Bazell. Bazell will come across the timeline. Over to Champagne, left wing, dribbles in, back out to Bazell. He'll hold it up top. Now swing it right side, right wing into the hands of Canfield. Top Bazell gets past his man, drives all the way in, left-handed layup, no good, hard off the backboard. Into the hands, Gary tips it into Johnson. Johnson drives down now, and he tries to throw the skip pass to a Gary left wing, knocked out of bounds by Woods. And so the Wildcats will reset into the ball game. Number 20, Dalton Kyle, and for the first time tonight, number 15, Jacob Trussell checks into the ball game for the Eagles. Woods and Champagne take a seat. Gatewood, Johnson, Upton, Gary, and Aguirre in the game for the Wildcats. Up top, Gary has it. Gatewood on the left wing. They're trying to post it up down low against Canfield in the hands of Johnson. He gets it, left block, goes up, but they're going to whistle him for the travel. About 8 pump fakes as he's trying to get somebody to go up and draw a foul. They call the travel. It's a turnover for the Wildcats. Substitutions off the bench for the Eagles. Aguirre and Gatewood take a seat. Hinsey and Vincent check back into the ball game. Eagles have the ball with 5:40 left in the first half. Trailing by 2, 12-10. Waring has it, gets it to Bazell. Across the timeline, center of the court. Canfield back to Bazell, the cutter. The ball slapped away by Hinsey. Upton saves it to Johnson. Here comes Johnson across the timeline, right wing. He'll go all the way down now, kick it up top into the hands of Vincent. Vincent drives in, kicks it out to Hinsey, left baseline. He'll drive there. Now up top into the hands of Bo Gary. He's covered by Trussell. Back to Hensey. Hensey tries to drive down low, but the ball off a foot, out of bounds by the Eagles. 5-12 in the half. 12-10 your score still. Wildcats lead it by 2. Vincent looks to inbound, goes down low to Gary. Ball slapped away, gets it back. But a double dribble. Ball had dribbled. He picked it up and then dribbled again. Turnover Wildcats. The Eagles have the ball. Trussell looks to inbound. Gets it to Waring in the left corner. He'll bring up middle of the court. Hits it down to Canfield, but he overthrows him. It'll turnover for the Eagles. Lots of forced issues here for both teams. 5:04 left in the first half. 12-10. Wildcats lead it by 2. Hensey inbounds to Vincent. He'll come across the timeline, center of the court. Man-to-man defense still being played by the Eagles. Upton up top. Left wing into the hands of Vincent. He'll stop, pop the left-handed shot. Air ball. Gary battles for the rebound, but it's slapped away into the hands of Waring. Eagles will have the ball, push it up. Trussell across the timeline into the hands of Canfield. Drives down to the right block. He goes up. Ball slapped away. No foul. Bazell gets it. Down to Trussell. And now a whistle gets blown after the third attempt, and lots of slapping going on. The foul will be given to, I believe it was Hensey. Hensey's second personal foul. That sends Trussell to the free throw line. First free throw off the back of the iron. A little strong, no good. As Cedric Truitt treks back into the ballgame, replacing Hensey for the Wildcats. Trussell readies at the free throw line for the second attempt. It's on the way. And he knocks that one down. Lead cut to 1 now, 12-11. We'll get a timeout here. 30-second timeout by Coach Canfield. Reset the team. The offense for the Eagles. 12-11 here with midway through the second quarter. Set the lineups for you as they come out of the huddles. Lots of substitutions by both teams tonight. Bazell, Kyle, Canfield, Waring, and Trussell for the Eagles. Truitt, Upton, Gary, Johnson, and Vincent for the Wildcats. Johnson will dribble up, cross the timeline against Joseph Waring. Looks for the screen from Vincent. He'll come across to the right side, switch on defense. Canfield has him now into the hands of Gary. Up top, Vincent. Vincent goes to the left baseline into the hands of Upton. He looks to drive, kicks it back to Vincent. Right wing, right baseline, three-pointer forced up by Johnson, no good. Rebound by Trussell. Waring has the ball now. To Kyle, back to Waring, across the timeline, Bazell. Canfield left wing has it, back to Bazell. Eagles will back it up, reset the offense. Right side, Kyle has it. Canfield, top of the key, left side to Bazell. Bazell will drive in as Gary not covering him. Goes up hard. Truitt smacks him and then stares him down. Yeah, foul on Cedric Truitt. That'll be his second team foul. And Bazell will go back to the free throw line. Or to the free throw line for the first time for 2 free throws tonight. Chance to tie it and take the lead if he knocks down both free throws. First free throw on the way. Hard off the back iron. No good. And Gatewood comes into the ball game. He replaces Cedric Truitt. Now Clay Thomas back into the ball game for the Eagles, replacing Canfield. And Bazell knocks down the second free throw. Ties the ball game at 12 with 3:45 left in the first half. Gatewood across the timeline. Left side against Clay Thomas. Man-to-man defense for the Eagles. He gets the screen. Tries to hit a cutting Upton down to the left block. He goes up, blocked by Waring. Ball slapped around into the hands of Johnson. Dips it down low. Ball on the ground, loose. Now picked up by Upton. He drives in, runs into Bazell. No good on the shot. Thomas rebound to Jacob Trussell. He drives all the way down. He goes up, blocked by Gary. Looked like a foul there. Coach Canfield not happy. And here come the Wildcats. Gatewood down, floater up, no good. Rebound, left block by Gatewood. Tries to feed it low to Johnson. Stolen by Trussell. Here comes Bazell on the breakaway, and he goes up for the layup, and good. Bazell with his fifth point of the second quarter and the ball game. And the Eagles take the first lead of the ball game tonight at the 2:55 mark, 14-12. Up top is Gary. He'll fire an NBA three-pointer straight on, off the rim, no good. Rebound, Clay Thomas, and he'll back it up. Get it to Waring. Pressure applied across the timeline to Kyle right side. To a cutting Thomas, a little floating runner. Nice shot. Clay Thomas as he took it there. His fourth point of the ball game. And a quick timeout now by Coach John Morgan as the Eagles extend their lead. 2-4, 16-12 at the 2:35 mark. It'll be a 30 timeout by Coach John Morgan. And the Eagle offense clicking there. A couple of blocks and fast breaks. Clay Thomas with several rebounds already here in the ball game, and he did a good job there. He gets the rebound and then runs the court. Nice fourth point of the night. Scoring spread out for the Eagles tonight, having Thiele and Campbell both out. Lachlan has 2, Bazell with 5, Woods with 4, Thomas with 4, and Trussell with 1. Wildcats, Upton has 2, Johnson has 5, and Gary has 5 for their 12 points. 2:25 left in the first half. 16-12. The Eagles lead it by 4. Johnson dribbles across the timeline. Waring picks him up there. Gatewood, right wing against Clay Thomas. Now to Gary, left wing against Landry Woods, who's checked back into the ball game. Jace Knight back into the ball game for the Eagles. Covers up on Upton. Left wing to Benson. Kyle covers him tight there. Benson will drive in. The left floater, no good. Off the rim, gets his own rebound, and puts it back in. He got inside of Jace Knight and gets the rebound. Vincent with his first 2 of the night. Cuts the lead back to 2 for the Eagles. Woods left baseline to a cutting Joseph Waring. Ball blocked, out of bounds, and the Eagles will keep the ball there. Gary and Upton with the double block. One thing the Eagles like to do is wait for you to take the shot and or the Wildcats like to do is go up and try to get the big block. Left baseline, Thomas with the inbound pass. Three-pointer off, no good. Chased down, and Johnson lets it go out of bounds. So the Wildcats will have the ball with 1:46 left in the first half. Eagles lead it by 2, 16-14. Johnson dribbles against Waring, left wing. Stop pop from the left elbow, short, no good. Gary bats it up. Thomas traces it down. Slapped away by Gary, and the Wildcats reset. Goes to Upton, ball slapped away. Benson gets it, no good. Rebound tracked down by Woods. Now the Eagles have the ball. They'll settle a little bit. Waring skips side to left side to Kyle. Middle of the floor to Jace Knight. No one covers him all the way in. Tries to dump it to Thomas. Stolen away by Vincent. Here come the Wildcats. Upton, Gatewood, back to Upton. And he goes up and at the rim. Thought he was going to dunk it down there. Nice pass there. Back and forth between Gatewood and Upton. Woods throws it away over the heads of Jace Knight. Into the hands of Gary. Wildcats come back down. Left baseline is Johnson. Kicks it back to Gary, left wing. Now Vincent, he'll fire the left baseline three-pointer. Up off the rim, no good. Rebound Dalton Kyle. Less than a minute to go in the half. It's tied 16-16. Kyle across the timeline, center of the court. Man-to-man defense for the Wildcats. Thomas left wing into the hands of Jace Knight on the left baseline. 30 seconds left in the first half. Eagles kind of swinging around the outside, looking, setting up the offense, and taking their time for the shot. Waring up top into the hands of Woods. Left wing, Dalton Kyle. He holds there. Jace Knight wide open left block. He'll go up off the glass. No good. Gets his own rebound. Goes up again, and he'll be fouled by Bo Gary. He argues with the official, and that was an obvious foul by Bo Gary. That'll be his first personal foul. They have 9 team fouls on the board for the Wildcats. Knight to the free throw line. First free throw, he's knocked down by Knight. His first point of the ball game. Eagles now lead it by 1, 17-16 as Vincent sits down. Aguirre in for the Wildcats. Knight rattles in the second free throw. Extends the lead back to 2 for the Eagles, 18-16 with 12 seconds left in the half. Johnson dribbles up all the way to the right wing. Tries to hit Upton on the baseline. He gets it. tries to go away with it. Jace Knight steals it into the hands of Waring, and that'll be a foul on Upton as he runs over the back of Waring. That'll send Waring to the free throw line. And that'll be Upton's foul there. Let's see now on Upton, that'll be his first personal foul. Joseph Waring goes to the free throw line. His first time for the night. He'll shoot the 1-on-1. With 1.69 seconds left in the first half and a 2-point lead. Chance to double that to 4 with the free throws. First shot short off the front of the rim. No good. But it is the double bonus after the 10th team foul by the Wildcats. For the second free throw. It is up, and he knocks that one down. Makes it a 3-point lead. Inbound. Clock doesn't get started. They did not start the clock. It should have been run out by now. They're going to give him 1.08 seconds left in the half. Upton's going to inbound. They're trying to fix the clock now. With the inbound pass. I got to click it to 1.59. They had to start it at 2 and then count it down and stop it real quick. So the Wildcats will inbound. They roll it up to Gatewood. There's no way in 1.59 seconds that ball was picked up and thrown across the court and a shot given. But they got it off. No good. 19-16, the halftime score. Eagles lead it by 3 here at the half. We'll go to a break. Come back with some halftime stats and the start of the second half on SHN Sports coverage of Georgetown Eagle basketball. for Clay Thomas for their 19. The Eagles will get the ball the second half. They'll be headed left to right now in your mind's eye view. The 5 starters back into the ball game for the Eagles. Waring, Bazell, Woods, Kyle, and Lachlan. Waring has it at the free throw line. Right wing into the hands of Lachlan. He holds there. Back to Waring. Right baseline down to Landry Woods. Right block. He goes up against Gary. Up. Draws the foul and gets the bucket. What a take by Landry Woods. I'd like to see the coming out here. He starts off strong in the second half. His first 2 chance at the old-fashioned three-point play. The foul on number 4, Bo Gary. That'll be his first personal foul. First team foul for the Wildcats here in the second half. A 5-point lead now for the Eagles. Chance to make it 6 on the free throw. Woods ready, fires away. Short off the front of the iron. Waring battles for the rebound, but can't get a hold of it. Out of bounds. 21-16. Eagles lead it with 7:35 left in the third quarter. Johnson, Gary, Gatewood, Hinsey, and Upton into the ball game, starting the second half for the Wildcats. Drives in, sidesteps around Woods, misses the runner, rebounded by Waring, pushes it up the court. Bazell has it left wing into the hands of Dalton Kyle, left baseline. Back up top to Waring. Eagles against the man-to-man defense of the Wildcats. Bazell has it left baseline. Gets it up to Lachlan, left wing, up top Kyle, swinging around the top into the hands of Waring. Down low to Bazell. He goes up against the contact. Shot no good. Lachlan can't get the rebound. Gary gets it for the Wildcats. Hinsey has it. Brings it across the timeline right side. Hinsey hits Gatewood on the right wing. He holds there. Looks to drive all the way in. Goes down low. Overthrows Upton as he was cutting towards the baseline, towards the bucket. Turnover for the Wildcats. Eagles will get the ball. Full court pressure being applied by the Wildcats. Waring will take the inbound pass from Dalton Kyle. Hit Bazell, middle of the court, across the timeline, down low to Lachlan. He goes up, gets blocked from behind by Upton. Here come the Wildcats. Hinsey has it across the left wing. Up top into the hands of Johnson. He'll dribble there against Landry Woods. Looks to drive on Woods. Goes in down low. Comes up short on the layup. Bailed out by the whistle after the ball was short and into the hands of Bazell. See who they call the foul on. They're going to call it on Landry Woods. That'll be his second personal foul. First team foul for the Eagles. 21-16. 6:28 left in the third quarter. Johnson's free throw on the foul. On the Wildcats. Good job by Waring not to give up there. Kept battling for the rebound and finally draws the foul. Eagles reset, leading by 6 with 3:25 left in the quarter. They're going to go up to Bazell, but the ball picked off by Gary and the Wildcats. Now it's turned over into the hands of Jace Knight. He'll drive all the way in. Left-hand scoop, no good. Johnson tips it loose to Gary. Left wing all the way up the court to Vincent. Back to Johnson, free throw line. Stop, pop, no good. Off the front of the rim. Rebound, Knight. He'll push it up for the Eagles against Vincent. Fakes the pass, hits Dalton Kyle cutting. Back out to Bazell. Fakes the three. Now he'll hold it up top into the hands of Dalton Kyle. Waring, he'll take the left wing three-pointer. It's up, no good. Rebound. Bazell, he'll go back up hard and draw the foul. Great job of rebounding by Bazell. They're going to call it on the floor. The foul's going to be whistled on number 22, Vincent. That'll be his second personal foul. 16th foul against the Wildcats. Eagles will inbound underneath their own bucket as they called the foul on the floor. Great job by Bazell there to get the rebound. Thomas inbounds down low to Knight. Gary jumps, grabs the ball. Jump ball there. Whistled as Gary reaches in and grabs it and ties it up with Knight. Wildcats have the balls on the possession arrow. Gatewood gets the inbound. Cross the timeline, right side. The 1-3-1 defense, or let's see, yep. Defense being applied by the Eagles' zone defense. Gary tries to make a pass, knocked out of bounds by Bazell. 2:37 left in the third quarter. 30-24, Eagles lead it by 6. Johnson has the ball. It's going to be a 1-2-2 with some matchup pressure. Johnson throws the pass over to Gatewood. He can't handle it. It's out of bounds on the turnover to the Wildcats. Eagles have the ball. Kyle will inbound it there. Into the hands of Clay Thomas in the backcourt. He'll dribble up across the timeline, right wing. He dribbles there as they look for the offense to be called. Behind the back dribble, back to the free throw line to a cutting Bazell. Bazell goes up hard, block, no good, gets it back, and Bazell goes in. Gary admired his block, didn't play defense after that, and Bazell follows and gets the 2-point bucket. 8-point lead, 32-24 with 2 minutes, 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Jace Knight, center of the court now on the defense, forces a pass right side to Gary, or to Johnson. Gary has it left baseline. He'll fire another three. Off the rim, no good. Gary on the backside gets the long rebound. Up top to Vincent. Vincent resets. Gatewood left wing. It should be a double dribble, and it's called there. Now on the backside. Another turnover for the Wildcats. Gatewood being kind of lackadaisical there. Dribbled it off his leg, picked it up, and then re-dribbled. And the double dribble call. Turnover on the Wildcats. Waring and take a seat for the Eagles as Woods and Frias back into the ball game. Frias right wing. Up top, Bazell. The Eagles reset, leading by 8, 32-24. Clay Thomas dribbles across the top to the right wing. Back to Woods, left wing. Hands it to Thomas. He went and got it. Now back to Woods. Gary reads the pass. He's going to streak down and dunk it. No, just the layup for Bo Gary. Thought he had the breakaway dunk coming. He looked like he was going in for a slam. Lays it in, cuts the lead back to 6 with 1:15 left in the third quarter. Bazell has it, dribbles across to the left wing. He'll turn around, dribble back across the to the right wing. Tries to get it down to Woods, stolen by Johnson. Gary going to push it down again. He goes up strong. Eagles lead it 36-30 with 7:07 left in the ball game. Frias has it in the backcourt against Blanks. He dribbles up against the pressure. Now to the double team. Tries to get it in, gets it into Thomas, right wing. He'll dribble in. Pick up his dribble. Free throw line is Frias. Now he fakes, gets the free throw line shot. No good. Rebound Landry Woods. Put back up. Finally gets the roll to go down. It bounced a few times on the back of the rim. And Woods knocks it down for the 8-point lead now for the Eagles. 38-30 at 6:43 left in the ball game. Blanks dribbles across the timeline. Right wing. Left wing now Johnson. 2-3 zone for the Eagles. Right wing Blanks. Skip pass back left wing. Down low to Upton. He dribbles in. Kicks out to Gary. Three-pointer right baseline. It's up. And he rattles that one home. Gary competent. Showboating to the crowd as he knocks down that three-pointer. Eagles back across the timeline. Frias on the left side. Up top to Champagne. He holds there. He'll give it to Woods, left wing. Woods will drive in, left elbow. Now kick it back to Frias, left baseline. He'll dribble in. Now back to Champagne up top. Eagles reset again. Thomas will bring it back up to the top. Reset the offense. Leading by 5, 38-33. Johnson for the reach around still. No good. Thomas gets it back. Gets it into the hands of Woods, but Coach Canfield called a timeout to avoid the 5-second count. Now Coach Canfield not happy as one of the Elgin players walks right by the coach, clapping in his face. So we'll have a quick 30-second timeout here at the 5:48 mark left in the ball game. They'll start it now. 38-33, the Eagles lead it by 5. Gary so far tonight with 3 3-pointers as he knocks down that last 3 to bring the Wildcats within 5. So we'll see what happens here. We'll set the lineups for you again. As the Wildcats come out, it's going to be Gary, Blanks, Upton, Gatewood, and Aguirre. Kyle, Waring, Thomas, Woods, and Champagne for the Eagles. 5:48 left in the ball game. Eagles by 5. Dalton Kyle inbounds into the backcourt in the hands of Waring. He'll run the offense from the top against the matchup zone. Gets it into the hands of Woods. Woods will dribble into left elbow. He'll take the jump shot off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound into the hands of Gary. He'll kick it to Blanks. Blanks dribbles across the timeline, right side. And he curls back. Now to Gary, top of the key. Back to Blanks, right wing. Blanks will dribble up top, set the offense. Kick it left wing to Aguirre. He'll fire a deep three-pointer. It's off the rim, no good. Clay Thomas with the rebound. He's pressured in the backcourt. Now to Champagne, right side. Champagne looks to get it across. Back to Thomas, left side. And the ball slapped up from behind by Gary. Turnover for the Eagles. Gary gets the easy layup off the turnover. Champagne back to Waring. Back to Champagne right wing. Eagles reset the offense. Dribbles against Gatewood. Back to Waring right baseline. He'll drive in. Put up a little floater, and Waring knocks that one down. Eagles up by 5, 40-35. Waring's first 2-point bucket field goal of the night. Three-pointer by Gary. Another three-pointer quickly down where the Wildcats. Cuts it to 2, 40-38. Champagne has it across the timeline. Right wing into the hands of Dalton Kyle. Back to Champagne. Swings it all the way around to Thomas. Left block into the hands of Woods. He'll push it in. Little floater up and rattles in for Woods. Another 2-point bucket for Landry Woods. 4 in the quarter. And extends the lead back to 4. 42-38 with 4 left in the ball game. Blanks across the timeline. Right wing into the hands of Gatewood. Multiple subs at the scorers table waiting to check in for both teams. Up top is Blanks. Left wing of Gary. He'll fire a 3. He doesn't hesitate. It's again no good. Into the hands of Dalton Kyle. Picks up his dribble. Now into the hands of Champagne. He's pressured there. Back to Kyle. Going to have to get it across the timeline. And now Kyle does on the left side. Gets it down low to Woods. He'll go up and fouled from behind by Bo Gary. Good job by Woods to take it strong. Draws the foul on Gary. That'll be his 4th personal, 9th team foul against the Wild. That'll send Woods to the free throw line for 2 foul shots. 8 points here in the second half for Woods. 12 in the ball game with a chance to extend that on the free throws. First free throw on the way and good. Dad Woods here in the stands telling Landry, get up on your toes. He does that and knocks it down. Nothing but net on that free throw by Landry Woods. Extends the lead back to 5, 43-38 for the Eagles at the 3:41 mark. Woods ready for his second free throw. Dalton Kyle, Jace Knight, Zell, Waring, and Woods in the ballgame for the Eagles. Landry Woods fires away. It's going to be short air ball. The Wildcats having their lineup. Bo Gary, Johnson, Upton, Gatewood, and Vincent. Johnson dribbles all the way in, puts up a runner, no good. Rebound by Bazell. He picks up his dribble. It in the hands of Waring across the timeline. Center of the court, into the hands of Woods. He'll reset there. Back to Kyle. Kyle has it right wing to Waring. He'll go to the right block to Woods. Woods back up top, reset the offense. Great play there as the Eagles burn some time. 3:15 left in the ball game. Jace Knight left wing. He's going to drive in. He's wrapped up. Finally, the whistle blown. Physical play being shown here by the Wildcats, and finally Vincent called on the holding foul. That's his 3rd personal foul, 10th team foul. So Jace Knight goes to the free throw line for 2 free throws. So far, 2 for 4 here in the second half. Knocks down that one. Extends the lead back to 6, 44-38 at the 3:13 mark left in the ball game. Second free throw, rattles in and out, no good. Rebound Upton. At 3:10 left in the game, here come the Wildcats. Benson across the timeline, left wing to Johnson, skip right wing to Gary. Baseline to Upton, back to Gary. Back to Upton, he'll drive in on the baseline. Not sure what he called there. A little touch foul compared to what we've seen at the other end of the court. And they're going to call it on Dalton Kyle. That'll be his first personal foul. 16th foul on the Eagles. 2:59 left in the ball game. Eagles by 6, 44-38. Johnson dribbles in. And he'll throw one up. Going to call it on Jace Knight. That'll be his 4th personal foul. 7th team foul. That'll send Johnson to the free throw line. Johnson forcing the issue, driving with the ball. Very athletic. Upton will come out of the ball game for the Wildcats as Hinsey checks back in. Set the lineups here in just a second. First free throw of the 1-and-1. Up and good for Johnson. 44-39 at the 2:54 mark. Bazell, Waring, Knight, Woods, and Kyle for the Eagles on the floor. Johnson knocks down the second free throw. Cuts it to 4. There'll be a timeout on the floor now. 30-second timeout. Going to be called by Coach John Morgan of Elgin. He'll reset his team. They're only trailing by 4 here in the late stages of the ball game. Got to keep a hand in the face of Garius tonight. He sits with 18 points in the ball game. 4 3-pointers for the big man, Gary. Gary is 6'3" power forward, but he will shoot the ball from deep around the three-point arc, and he has done well tonight. Johnson, Gatewood, Hensey in the ball game for the Wildcats. A lot of full court pressure now. Kyle inbounds. Middle of the court into the hands of Jace Knight. He'll dribble up. 3-on-2. Left wing back up top to Kyle. Reset the offense. Waring right wing into the hands of Knight to a cutting Waring. Tip pass out to Woods. Now to a cutting Bazell. He goes up strong. He's fouled. That'll be on Gatewood. Gatewood whistled for the foul. His third personal. And Bazell will go to the free throw line for the first time here in the fourth quarter. 4-2 free throw.